Hello, Bob Hall here with Hallsome Farms. Gonna make another sustainable farming video. Today I want to show you our chicken tractor and what all is involved in taking care of these chickens so that we have natural free range eggs. So first off, I want to show you this trailer. Fortunately for me, I've had this trailer for about 20 years. All this wood that you see the trailer sitting on is all recycled, and the tank I've had around for 5 years not being used. So most of this was made with stuff we had around the farm. If I had to go out and buy it, I'm sure it would have been fairly expensive, but it's invaluable to have a tank here to supply water to the birds. And what I did have to spend, I spent about $120 on some plumbing fixtures and a 150-foot garden hose. And you can see here I've got it set up. I've got a clear tube that shows where the water is so I can keep track of that. And then I set up several different fixtures here, different sizes, so that I can also hook up to the tractor or my truck, and I can use this trailer to water areas of the food forest if I need to, if it gets real dry. Otherwise, I just have it sitting here supporting the chicken tractor, and I can get, depending on how hot it is, anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks without having to fill it back up. And then let me see if I can do a zoom. You see down there by that other trailer is my solar charger, because we do use an electric fence to keep our chickens contained. And it does a fairly good job, but there's always half a dozen birds that get out. And then when we feed in the morning and evening, they fly their way back in. Now, this area that we've got fenced off, we get about 3 runs at it. We move this chicken tractor about every 5 days. And this is on the last run in this tractor, and we'll move it up, and you can see probably in the background where I cut the field to harvest hay. And what we'll do is, once we get up to the end of the fence down at that end, we'll just move the whole fence system down, and we'll go and start fertilizing a new part of the field. Now, right over here where you can see the hay is cut, we've had the chicken tractor way over there, and we've worked it all the way this way. And I will tell you that the grass over here, the hay, was so thick that to keep my machine from clogging and jamming up, I could only run the tractor in first gear. The rest of the field, all that you see out there where chickens have not been yet, I was able to run my tractor in 4th gear without any issues. But when I came here, I had to slow it down to 1st gear just to get it to cut through. So the chickens fertilizing the ground and working the soil has made a huge difference. I don't know what I'm going to do when this whole field, and I have to go, it'll take me 2 days to cut it if I have to go in 1st gear on the whole thing. But anyway, they're doing their job, and it's working really good. Let me climb over the fence here, and let's go look at the tractor. You can see on the outside, you notice the wheels. I've got it's a dual wheels on each corner. There's an inside and outside, because this is holding up a bit of weight, and we have to use our John Deere tractor to move this every time we move it. So we do hook up. We have some eye bolts by the wheels. We put some chain on it. It takes us about 15 minutes to move it, so it's not that bad, but there's a little bit of work involved. And you see here I've got rain gutters. I got one on each side because I do collect rainwater. And we just had a little bit of a sprinkle earlier today. You can see there is some water in the gutter. And that is very useful when I'm using the tank to water the food forest or filling it up or doing other things with it. I can turn on these rainwater, and I've got 4 30-gallon barrels, so I can carry 140 gallons, and here's the rainwater barrels. I mean 120 gallons, I'm sorry, of water here in the tractor. And then speaking of water, here's the watering system I built. Excuse me. This is a 10-foot 4-inch pipe, 10 foot long, that I just cut. And you see here in the center I've got it supported, and I put a float on that end, and then the line coming in from the tank outside, or I can valve it off and turn on the rainwater valve. But I've got a cover on here. I've never seen that, because what happens is, for sure, if you don't cover your water, the birds stand in it, they foul in it, and it's a real mess to try to keep your water clean and healthy for the birds. And this way, you can see them reaching their head in there. They can't mess in their water, and the water stays nice and clean and fresh for them, which is what you need to have healthy birds. Now you can see over here, these are the roosting bars. I've got enough in here. This green, well, it's built like a greenhouse, but this chicken tractor is 12 feet wide and 16 feet long, and we can run around 220 birds or so in this tractor comfortably. And then on this side, we've got our roosting boxes, and these were purchased. They're front roll, so that I don't know if we can raise up here, and you see the eggs. It's supposed to help keep them clean, but I'm finding that it doesn't work as advertised. I would not recommend buying these type of roosting boxes. I think the best way to go, and what I'll do in the future, because I will be building more of these, is just using regular made plywood roosting boxes, and just put straw in there, and I think that'll keep it cleaner. You just dump the straw out and it'll work real good that way. But yeah, I'm not real impressed with these. I spent a lot of money buying these, but I thought it would be nice, but I don't think they're worth the money. So also on here, I do have a solar door that will open and close. It's a little warm today, so on warm days I keep the front door open. And then above here, I want to show you, I made, I've got a battery and a light, a charger, and a timer, so that I can run this, and I can have the light come on at 4 o'clock in the morning to give the birds extra light, and then it shuts itself off at 7 o'clock. And in the winter months, where the sun isn't as long, we still get an extra 3 hours of light to the birds, so that their egg production doesn't drop off too dramatically. Now, if you're just using this for personal use, you probably don't need to do that, but because we do sell our eggs commercially, we need to keep, a more consistent laying schedule. Anyway, that's the chicken tractor. Oh, one other thing I might want to show you is the door. I just made that so it's lightweight. It's made out of cedar fencing, just for, for regular fencing purposes. And the other thing is down here, you see the eye hooks that we use, but I had to put a metal angle iron across the front and the back, because pulling and pushing on this, the 2x6 we used for a footer wasn't sufficient enough and was starting to crack, so I had to strengthen it. And since we've done that, we've had no problems. We've been running this chicken tractor now for over a year and a half, and it has done us really well. It contains the birds. They get to roam around, as you can see, free and happy, eating bugs. And I'll tell you, we used to have biblical grasshopper plagues every year, and with these birds out here running around, we get very few grasshoppers, which is really nice for our food forest and vegetables, because they just devour those. Anyway, excuse me, this is Bob Hall with Hallsome Farms. If you like what we're doing here, and you know, maybe we can help you a little bit, we'd really appreciate you subscribing to our channel and like us, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you.